Hey everybody, excuse me. Welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I am your average guy, John Corelli. I believe this is episode 169. Nice, because I'm so mature. I want to talk to you about my experience with my father today. I know I've done this a couple times, but sometimes this is my way of being of using an outlet and venting here, and frankly using you guys so I don't have to go to therapy. Because it's too late for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's raining just slightly. Hopefully it doesn't open up and pour. It doesn't look like it's going to. It's pretty mild up there, but we got a little rain going on, which is kind of nice. So went to Dad's today, and it's just a mess. It's just a real mess. I think just to start off, last night I did some comedy at the Mercury Cafe. You guys know all about that. I do that every Friday night, and we also have a poetry open mic and a spoken word open mic there. It's downstairs. While I do my thing upstairs, they have an open mic downstairs, right? Mine's a paid show upstairs because I'm so worth it. We do it for benefits and such, right? This month is our Earth Justice, which is like the law branch of the Sierra Club, so I'm proud to put some money towards that because of the people that can actually make laws and affect change legally to protect this planet. So anyway, so I get done with my show, I go down there, and I see Paul Brown, who'd done some comedy for me just an hour or so earlier, and he's doing an extremely powerful spoken word about being a white man accepted into black culture in prison, and talking about George Floyd, and it was extremely emotional, and he's holding it together, but he's about to cry on stage. I hugged him and cried when he came off stage. We cried together. It was really beautiful. And I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, and he has a very popular name, obviously, Paul Brown. So I don't know if he does have a YouTube channel, what it would be under, but I'll try to get that information out, or I'll see if he wants me to start recording some of his stuff, or if he has and wants me to share it here, I would do that for him, because he's a good dude. He's an old guy like me, and he's been through a lot of shit. So he has a lot of stories, and he's just a very vulnerable, heartfelt person. Like I said, has been through a lot. So anyway, the reason I brought that up is because I will probably soon be doing a spoken word, and I do want to work on that part of, a lot of us are in that shell, and I'm trying to break out of that shell and be a little more vulnerable as a performer, because I think people can kind of empathize with that, and sometimes it's a good way to get close to your audience. And so I am probably, maybe even before my father dies, but possibly after my father dies, I will go talk, probably get up for 10 minutes, maybe several times at that open mic, and do spoken word about just how tragic it is. Our relationship is truly a tragedy. It had so much potential, and it's just a fucking disaster. We got into it today because he does a thing that drives me crazy, and I may have talked about this before when talking about him. It's funny that it's kind of raining more as I talk about my father, so maybe God's telling me something. But we're looking for, God, it's just a disaster. He's a hoarder, and we're looking for a charger, or as he calls it, a power source for one of his laptops, because he has two laptops he wants to get fixed. I don't know why, maybe to sell them. He's not going to need more than one when we're at the nursing home he's headed to in 2 months, but he's looking for the chargers. We looked and found one of the two last week, and I'm like, well, hey, we got this box open. Decide what you want. Decide what you don't want. Oh, Jesus, that's bright. And let's get this done. When we got a box open, let's take care of it. No, we got to look through it and put it back. So what did we do this week? We looked through often the same boxes. We did find the second charger, and so we found it, and I'm like, okay, Dad, here, look, I found the charger. He's like, well, it's a power source, actually. This is what is wrong with this man, and this is what's wrong with our relationship. It's really starting to rain hard. But maybe if there's a rainbow, I'll show it to you. I don't see one yet. But this is the problem. I said, Jesus Christ, Dad, really? He's like, what? And I go, why do you need to do that? Why do you need to correct me about something that doesn't need to be corrected? He's like, well, it is a power source. I go, it's also a charger. That's what a power source does. It provides charge to an often, how do we put it, independent device. I better go somewhere else because it's going to soak my phone. So I guess I'll continue here under the safety of a roof. Jesus, so here we are. My phone's covered in rain. I'm covered in rain, but wow, it really started coming down. It's beautiful. I mean, look how sunny it is, and it's pouring. Okay, so on with my father. I can't find it. I can't think of a better analogy for my father's relationship and with me than this. Than things going wrong during a video where it looks like, oh, almost perfectly clear out. Nope, it's gonna rain. So let's talk for 5 minutes more about this dysfunction we share. Specifically what happened today. So yeah, no, it's power source, no, it's charger. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I told him that. I said, why does it matter? Why do you need to correct me over semantics? I handed it to you as I called it a charger. You knew what I was giving it you. You didn't need to correct me. Fuck you. I really did. I was pissed. And then he got all into this disrespect thing and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? You just, whoa, a wasp. You disrespect me all the time when you do shit like that. I go, just because I call you on it doesn't mean I'm being disrespectful. He's like, well, you started yelling. I go, no, I didn't. Actually, you started yelling. And then I yelled back, and now here we are. And now it turns into this whole ridiculousness of him bringing shit up that happened literally in high school. When I was in high school, this was a bad idea. And I'm not bragging, but it's something I did. And I'm going to go, I think I'll go sit down again, maybe get more under the tree. I'm sorry, guys. This is disjointed as hell, but, you know, welcome to life. Life's disjointed. Now, you know what? I'm just going to stay under here and finish it. But this is kind of fun moving around with you guys or myself. I hope it's not giving you air sickness or some sort of queasiness when I move around like that. He brought up this just a couple months ago. You remember that time you forged your report card in high school? 35 years ago, Dad. Yeah, I do remember it. Do you really think I haven't grown at all? I'm here helping you now. What do you think that's about? You think that's about maybe love or loyalty or whatever this is? Do you think I'm trying to control shit? Because I'm not. I'm letting you tell me where to go, what to do. So where's the hate on my end, right? So it's a truly tragic situation because I'm a good kid. I really have been a pretty good son to him. Yeah, in high school I was a shithead. Welcome to the club. Who was perfect in high school? Not too many of us. And I did stupidly try to forge a report card. I don't know if you guys, people my age will remember, but now they don't do everything's online. They used to send home your report card in the mail. It was like a little digitized thing. And it was, and like I said, it was digitized. So A looked like, you know, it looked like a digital alarm clock. So, and they printed it in the shit you could just erase. So you could easily turn a B into an A, for example, or an F into an A. You could do it. And I did that in a couple cases. And, you know, he called the school because he didn't trust me, as he should not have at that point in my life. And, yeah, they said, no, he didn't get it. He didn't get an A in Spanish. He got an F. He's like, called me on it. We were living together at the time. And by the way, I'm very thankful to him for that. My mom kicked me out when I was 17. That was like January of '85, right in the middle of my senior year, and I had nowhere to go. And frankly, it was illegal. She couldn't kick me out. I was 17 years old. But I was like, yeah, and I got it. I was never a bad kid, but I just wasn't doing anything. I was just a fucking loser. I was just an underachieving loser, straight C student, no extracurriculars, doing as little as possible to get by. Worked a part-time job, but seriously, not doing much. And then, looks like the porch is coming right out of my head. I don't know if that was a good way to do this. Oh well. So I ended up living with my dad from January of '85 till about June of '88, 3.5 years, and thankfully he supported me. I paid him some rent along the way. I worked the entire time I was there. He gave me shit because I had 1 week off of work. I quit my job. Yesterday was a fired quit type of situation, where my manager was a dick. I told him he was a dick, and he said, "You're out of here." I go, "I don't think you can really do that." He said, "I can." And then when I went back the next day, I'd asked his boss, "Am I fired or did I quit?" Like, well, he said, okay, fine, I'm out of here. I took a week to find a job. A whole week. A 19-year-old took a whole week to find a job in 1987, and my dad gave me shit about it. It's like, Dad, I'm just taking a week off while I find a job. He's like, oh, well, you better get with it. I'm fucking with it. At 19, I was proving I was with it. And ever since, when I moved out when I was 20, I haven't asked him for shit. I don't know. And I guess I don't know what it takes to be good enough for him. But I'm his only son, so no one else. It's not like I have some successful sister or brother out there, as far as I know. He'd be a half brother, by the way, or half sister. Anyway, thanks for it's done raining. I'm done crying. So there's your personification of the weather. And thanks for listening. I'll give you probably more of these updates though, because right now life isn't. It's a boring summer outside of my father and comedy and my kids, and once in a while doing a nut job of the day. All right, thanks you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Sorry about the fucking spike coming out of my head, but it started raining hard enough that I had to save my phone. All right, bye. Thank you. Love you. Bye.